guys, it's Jazzy. So I'm on my way back home to do a DIY for my pantry. I had to buy a couple of things at the store for dinner, and then I'm going to do my DIY for my pantry and reorganize it and show you guys how I did it. Alright, see you guys soon. So now we are going to organize the rest of my pantry. It's pretty much organized, but we gotta fix it up and reorganize it so it could look a little bit better. So what I did is on here, this is all my recipes, and one of my kids must have tied something up here, but I will get scissors and cut those off. But these are all my recipes. I'm trying to eat a little healthier, so a friend gave me that. And then this is going to be my breads. I have another one for breads because sometimes, like, I'll put what is it called? Tortillas in there, and any other little bread. Sometimes I have 3 boys, so we go through bread a lot, so I definitely need 2 things of bread. This is usually my stash, but I call it chips. So I usually just put my chips and some other chips in there and some other odds and ends in there. Eventually, I want to get a coffee bar, so then I have like teas in there and stuff like that. So eventually, I want to get those teas out of there and create a little coffee bar area, so that way it will be all nice and neat. So we're going to organize all this. I only labeled this one right here because usually I put like my salad stuff, so like croutons, and we like to put cranberries or dry fruit in it, things like that. So I will put those back there, so that one doesn't have a label. And then usually my little dry fruits sometimes go in here too. So like if I have a lot of croutons, I'll take the dry fruits out of here and put them in here. But lately we've had a lot of sunflower seeds. My husband really likes those, and sometimes we put them in salads. So lately I've been putting some sunflower seeds in here, and sometimes cashews and other little nut things that you might like. And then this one, it's crooked. That was my bread one, but as you can see, it has been shifted and moved, so I had to reorganize it. And then these are my pasta area. There's a lot of stuff back there, but I usually put like my leftover extra boxes that we're not going to get to right away. So we'll start from this bin and then work our way back there, and I'll keep adding some new stuff in here. And then, well, I shouldn't say new. I will bring those to here, and then any other ones that I buy, I put back there. So kind of like a rotation that I have going on. And then I got to organize my can area. I heard that Dollar Tree is starting to put out like little soda stackers. So eventually I want to maybe try to put some on here. But right now I just basically lined them all up between beans and potatoes and vegetables and any other odds and ends, maybe like soups and things like that, and I put them down there. And so we're going to tidy this all up and make it look nice. So you're going to need these, and they come, I think, in a 4-pack, I want to say. I'll show you a sample of it. And then, as you can see, I wrote on it, I used this chalk, almost like a little marker kind of thing. It's a chalk writer that you can also find at Dollar Tree. Let me show you what it looks like. If you can see, oh, it's on this side, guys. If you can see, and then on here you just turn it. So it's kind of like those. I don't know if you guys seen the crayons that you can twist, the twist crayons. It's similar to that, but in chalk. So I just took one of the fuzzy things off. As you can see, it's not hard to put on there, and I just kind of evenly put it on there. I put it a little low so that way it's kind of more in the middle. And then I'm gonna show you how I did this container in a little bit. So I grabbed one of the other pieces that attaches to this. As you can see, it sticks. And I took it off the paper, and now I'm going to put it on the back of this chalkboard little design thing, this wooden design label thing. And so you're going to basically just carefully stick it right in the middle. And then you're just going to basically push it on there and then stick it. And so then you have your little cute container. And so then what you would do here, I'm going to end up probably doing another cereal one, because I have another cereal container that I have oatmeal, dry oatmeal or dry oats in. And so instead of just putting oats, because I never know, I might end up using it all and then using it for cereal, I'm just going to put cereal on this one. So you're just basically going to get your little chalk, or this little marker, or regular chalk, or if you have another idea you can try that too, but I'm going to use this, and then you just write it on here. You can see that I have both my cereal labels, and I would have recorded it, but it's kind of hard to hold the camera and write it, so I just wrote it on there. And like I said, you can still kind of see the other writing, but it's not a big deal for me. Now if it's a big deal for you, that's up to you if you want to use this, but for me, I mean, anytime you're dealing with chalk anyways, you're gonna have some residue, so to me it doesn't bother me, and from far away it looks fine. So now you're going to take, as you can see, I have my oats container now. And so now you're going to take, I usually try to do the rougher edge, this one, on here, or you can flip-flop it. It doesn't really matter. But I think I'm probably going to actually do the fluffy one, and then use this as my label one. So you're basically going to take off this one, alright, so it's off now, and then we're going to add it on here. As you can see, I grabbed my other container. This one is already done, and so to make sure that they're even when they're sitting in the cabinet, I grabbed the other one to kind of see exactly where I put the label on here. So as you can see, there's some little residue there that I need to wipe off, but so I'm gonna turn this around so that way I don't mess with the residue part, and then we're just gonna kind of eye it. So as you can see, this one has different designs in this container. There's little ripples, so I'm probably just gonna try to carefully position it a little even. So I'm probably gonna like turn it just a little bit, and I think that looks even. It looks a little different on my camera, but I think We're gonna maybe actually do it on this ripple because it looks like it's low enough for it. So we just hooked it on there. You can always turn it around so that way you can see it. But as you can see, it's on there now. Alright guys, so I erased the back and then I put the fuzzy side on here and then this side. For some reason, I don't know, the other one was not staying on. So we're just gonna push it on there. Not too hard, just enough. See, and then it stayed. I don't know what was going on. Maybe that other piece just wasn't working. But that is how they look. So it's staying on. And as you can see, that's how they look together. So now I'm going to show you how I got these. And not all of them were cheese puffs. And I said it before, I have 3 boys, so snacks in our house are a big thing. I try to do healthy snacks, but occasionally, you know, they get their little cheese puffs or little things like that. So I have an extra one. They just finished it not too long ago, and I had put it up to do a DIY. So sometimes they don't have to be cheese puffs. You get these containers at your local supermarket or grocery store, and or wholesale places. And sometimes they have different snacks or whatever in it, sometimes pretzels or whatever. And so I thought, why not use these again? I mean, we tend to throw them away and then they just end up back in the landfill. So why not repurpose it for something to use in your pantry, like these, which I love. I think these look so much kind of cuter in a way than just your bulky boxes and things like that just take up a bunch of room. These take up a little bit of room, but for what we use, I mean, I usually don't buy a lot of cereal, and once they go through these, I restock them up. So if you have a large pantry, by all means, you can shop the way you want to shop. But we have a tiny pantry, so I have to do what I have to do. So let's see what we're going to do with this. So the next step would be to take off this label, and we're going to use our heat gun. We're going to use our heat gun. That's what it looks like. Now, please be very careful as this gets super hot and the heat behind it gets super hot. I'm honestly going to put it on low. There's a high and a low setting, and I'm going to put it on low. Now, I would not recommend you using this around little ones or minors, as again, this is super hot, so please be careful and use safety first. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to carefully just heat right around here. You don't need to be so close, but we're going to heat it up. is my recipe books, and I have a bunch of them. And then I put the bread. I need to go shopping soon, so this will all be full anyways. And then, like I said, I have boys and they love to snack on stuff or have peanut butter and jelly or sandwiches, so I usually have these pretty full. And so then this is going to be their snack bin. So I have some snacks in here already, but I plan to have some more snacks to add to it. And then, like I was telling you guys about my fruits and nuts, I don't have that one labeled because that's usually my salad stuff. So croutons, and sometimes I just throw, when we have a big bag of cranberries or dried fruit, we usually just throw it in there. I got some of these for some other dry fruits, and then our nuts, and sometimes we do cashews. And then over here is kind of my odds and ends. Usually I mainly keep my oils over here that we cook with, or sometimes my chicken broth or stock. And then we had some extra potatoes. Honestly, we don't use them that often, but occasionally, sometimes I might want to whip up some potatoes. I know they're not real, and I try to tend to use real ones more than those. But sometimes if I just want to do a quick meal, I'll use that for my boys. Then here, like I said, this used to be mommy's stash. So right now, even with it mommy's stash, I always had it chips, but I tend to put my stuff in there. But as I cleaned up, I pretty much put mostly chips or snacks like that. So I have my crackers, and then my popcorn and my chips in here. So in this container, I have my a couple of dry beans, leftover rice that we didn't use, pastas, some other odds and ends back there for like pasta stock or soups and stuff, but mainly my pastas go in there. If there's any extra, I do have space behind this container in this basket, so sometimes I will put some extra overstock stuff and put it in there, because we have a really small pantry, so we don't go shopping like crazy. So we just do what we gotta do and then shop. So as you can see, they're all up here. My goal is to eventually probably get rid of this one and maybe get another one like this, because I don't really like the ripples. I want them kind of to be the same. And eventually I'm going to probably get rid of that one. Or I might use it still. I don't know yet. But as you can see, it's really super cute.